This is Brenda Murphy, host of the ID Exchange, and we are at the Loose Ends Yarn Shop over in Mayville today. I'm going to show you all of the wonderful things that you can find at Loose Ends Yarn Shop. We're going to be talking with Betty Kern, the owner. If you like to knit or crochet, this is the place to come to. There are beautiful, beautiful yarns. You have all of the different supplies. We're going to be talking with Betty to find out what you can find in the shop. Betty, maybe you could tell us, this is owner Betty Kern. And Betty, how long have you been in business with Loose Ends Yarn Shop?
5 years.
5 years. And at this location?
Yes.
Okay, and what is the address, Betty?
This is 40 South Main.
40 South Main in Mayville. I want to step a little bit closer to some of the yarns, and while I am showcasing those, you could maybe tell me the different brands that you have available, okay? They're all displayed so nicely. We've got baskets and displayed kind of by colors. There's sparkly yarns, there's the soft yarns. So what are some of the brand names?
Well, I deal with Barocco and Lang, which is part of Barocco. Fezza, that's why we see all the ribbon yarns in the shop and all the glitz. I also have Plymouth, and I have Cascade, and James Brett.
Oh, okay.
To name a few.
Okay.
There's a lot of different ones in the shop. I specialize in a lot of different yarns that other shops don't necessarily carry.
One of a kind or very unique ones. And then you do have a wall display here of all of the different tools that you might need. What are some of those tools?
Well, mostly knitting needles, but I do carry tapestry needles for people, and knitting notions that people need. And I also have buttons. And they're sold singly.
So that if you only need one or two, you don't have to buy the whole card, right?
Right, definitely, definitely.
Now, I noticed that you have places where people can come in and just sit down, pull up a chair. We've got some guests who are here, knitters and crocheters, and people can come in anytime you're open?
Anytime I'm open, they can come in and knit, or if they need help, I try to help them. If I don't know the answer, I'll try and find it out for you. We're always here to give free service.
So if anybody has, like maybe they're working on a project and they get stuck, they can just come in and they don't need to call and schedule an appointment. When you're open, you'd be happy to help them.
Correct.
Do people come in singly or sometimes in a small group?
Mostly singly, but sometimes people meet down here and like to knit together.
Now, I also wanted you to tell me about some of the beautiful pieces, because you do a lot of these one-of-a-kind items. For instance, this beautiful shawl that you did.
This I just finished this morning, and that's my specialty. Most of the garments that I make, I design myself. And I love to mix yarns. So this shawl probably has 20 different yarns in it.
Oh my gosh.
Because I mix all the things. And
the red one here, right?
The red one. And I sell them all. So.
And about how long does it take you to make something like that, start to finish?
I can do that up in less than a week.
Oh my goodness. That would take me over a year, I'll bet, if that. And I'd be in here almost every day saying, okay, I dropped a stitch, how do I fix this? Now you also have a looser shawl here in the teal, the blues, and the greens.
Yes.
And
then we have a black, we call this a step shawl because it's done in like little steps. It's very long and you can wrap it around. It's got a lot of glitz in it.
Oh yeah, that's very pretty.
And we try to have a lot of different colors and different textures and different styles for everybody.
Now, do you sell patterns, knitting patterns, or do people kind of find those on their own and then just work on that?
I have some patterns, but most of the yarn shops will tell you Very few patterns sell because people do go online, and they're so readily available now.
Okay, okay. And the items that you create, do you do that from a pattern, or is that just kind of you start and just take it away?
That's exactly it.
That's it. You kind of create as you go, right?
And I can help people with that.
Tell us when you're open, Betty. What are your hours here?
Well, Wednesday is from 10 until 5. Thursday we open at noon. And Thursday night we have a few ladies that come in to knit. However, we're all kind of getting older, and with winter, we used to stay open more towards 8. Now it's more like 6:30 because, well, it's colder out.
Yes, that's right.
And so it's best to kind of call first if you're coming a little later, but otherwise we're for sure here usually till 6.
Okay.
6:30. And then Friday is from 10 until 5, and Saturday is from 10 until 4.
All right. And so if people are interested in purchasing some of the yarns, again, there's every color of the rainbow here, whether it's the neutrals, whether it's the purples, the blues, the greens, the grays, there's pretty reds and burgundies, and it's all done up in such beautiful displays in those cute little baskets. And you can just kind of shop around, find the things you want. Now, are there different kinds of yarns that are needed for different kinds of projects? So say if you're making just basically a pair of socks or slippers,
Yes.
which might be a beginner project I could maybe try to tackle, is there specific yarns that you either want to use or stay away from?
Yes. Socks have a specific yarn because they need to have, there's many, I have several sock yarns in the shop. And also used for shawls, though,
For a nice heavy
delicate-
weight or
delicate shawls.
Okay, okay.
And then I have, of course, chunky yarns that are popular right now for cowls and even hats, or a big poncho. I've made a lot of ponchos and sold them already for the winter season. So
Okay.
there's a lot of things.
And the real soft yarns, like maybe, I don't know, mohair? Do you carry mohair yarns?
Yes, I have lots of colors of mohair. I also have lots of alpaca, because people really like alpaca. Is very warm, but it's also very drapey. So it's not made for every garment unless you're mixing something with it.
Okay.
Very soft for a cowl.
And if somebody liked a particular yarn that maybe wasn't suitable for the whole entire project, say it's a sweater or a cowl or a poncho, can you mix those in with the other yarns
Yes.
with your project?
Yes, you can.
All of the items that you have made, people can purchase those, but if you see something here, it's best to buy it right away because
Yes.
everything is one of a kind, right?
Yes, this past week I've sold a lot of garments. There's new things in usually about every other day. I try to get something new in there.
Okay.
But, I'm madly knitting right now.
Okay, so always rotating stock. If you see it and you like it, you should buy it right away because there's not always a chance that it will be here when you come back again. Do you do special orders for people?
I do some, depending on what it is or what their time limit is.
Well, thanks, Betty, for allowing us to come into the shop today. It's called Loose Ends Yarn Shop, located at 40 South Main here in Mayville. And what's the phone number if people have a question or they want to contact you?
920-210-8726.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Betty.